should be really teaching their kids how to stay with their spouse. Teach our kids how to stay with their property because um, I got girls and I look at life as if the man he gonna go and plant his seeds. The women they consider the garden because whenever a man plant his seed in the garden, it's basically the man's responsibility to take care of his garden, to to protect his garden because he the man, he the head, you know. And God gave me all gardens. I got 4 daughters. I got 4 gardens. Training my girls to come up in this world to protect their garden. Just in case, and I'm praying to God that they don't, but just in case they would get a hold to a bad seed in the world. Because all men do is plant seeds. The women is the garden where they accept the seed and they nourish that seed. And it's that man's responsibility to protect that woman while she holding that seed until that seed develop. And once that seed develop, it's the man and it's the woman responsibility to raise that seed to become good crops so that that seed could produce good crops. You feel me? And and um, once them seeds come up into this world, and once if you have boys, all you doing is making planters. If you have girls, you making receivers. A man gonna go and plant, even though a lot of people use the thing saying that uh, men have sperm and women have what they call it?
Eggs.
Women have eggs. Well, basically, that's true. But go look up and see what sperm really is. Sperm is seeds. It's a seed that we implant into the egg, and they grow to become a baby. And once the baby grows into this world, them two, the mama and the daddy, the child really needs. Because if a child don't have a mama or a daddy, you know what I'm saying, one or the other, the child gonna fall lack of something. Because I had my mom and my daddy until my mama closed her eyes. And by the time my mama closed her eyes, I was already old enough and raising my family, already taking care. I say raising my family, but raising my kids and taking care of mine already. I already had a responsibility. But uh, my mom and my daddy showed me what it was like to be a man, what it was like to take care of home. I had that. And that's what we need to teach our kids. Because if a child becomes into this world without the mama or without the daddy, they're gonna fall lack of having something, you know. And our kids coming into this world now, into a world that people in our generation is taking everything that God did in the beginning and they erasing that up off this earth. Nobody want to go back to the Old Testaments. Everybody want to stick to the New Testaments. But God's word was in the beginning when God created the heaven and the earth. In the beginning, okay? And I mean, regardless to how everybody think, or regardless to how people think about what the beginning was, hey, we here now. And every day somebody dying and every day somebody born. And if we would go back to when God created the heavens and the earth in my Bible that I read, in the Holy Bible, King James, uh, in the beginning was God's word. And we have a lot of people preaching and teaching, but they're not preaching and teaching about God's word. God's word was in the beginning when he created the heaven and the earth, when the earth was without form, when he created a man and a woman. when he created all the animals, when he created everything and said that we was gonna be over all the beasts of the nation in Genesis. But they're taking God's word and they're using God's word to still work with the world, because everything dealing with the world is still going into church, and that's why the church is still not prospering like God really want the church to prosper. It got a lot of churches. I salute you. It got a lot of churches really doing the best to their knowledge, because a lot of people, a lot of preachers, a lot of teachers grew up believing the things that their parents taught them, and because their parents taught them what they taught them from birth to now, they feel like you can't tell them nothing because this what they learned, this the way it was. But no, you got to go beyond that. You got to go back to in the beginning. Look, why did God cause it to flood for 40 days and 40 nights? Why did God send Jesus to Mary? Why? I'm not even going to answer the question. I'm just going to ask you why. Because he did all, I'm just going to say this much. He did all that because the world was getting bad. And the world now is getting bad. They got all kind of people. I mean, the people in the office now is trying to legalize all kind of stuff that's in the Bible. It said wasn't supposed to be so. Y'all breaking the commandments. Y'all breaking all kind of rules just so that your rule could pass, and just so that you can make it the way you want to make it in this lifetime. We not gonna. I always say it, and I'm gonna continue saying it, because I could have 50, I could have 100 more years on my life. Might could have 1,000 more years on my life. I don't know, but I never knew nobody live over that much over 100 years old, up to 120. I never knew for nobody to live to be 150. That's gonna give it that much. But we all have to take that route one day, and with us all having to take that route one day, if we all try to work together and we try to vote for a president who gonna be trying to bring all the nations together, we don't have to be doing all this fighting and all this chaos. All this stuff is because people like us who done graduated and thinking our own mind and not thinking about the next generations to come. People in our generation is thinking about the fact that we living now. You want to be a millionaire. Yeah, that's cool. But you're just going to be happy in your lifetime. You're not looking at everybody else around you. You know, we all trying to make it to heaven, but we're not trying to make it the way God wants us to make it there. You know, if you examine your prayers, in your prayers it says, let your will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Lord, give us this day our daily bread. You know, give us this day that we can eat and be happy every day, and just don't have to worry about no debts. Don't have to worry about paying nobody else off like in that matter. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. I mean, you say your prayers just like I say mine, but have you ever examined your prayers? Why would you pray something that you're not living? Why?